controls. Let's play. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's got room. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 20. Touchdown, L.A. LaShawn McCoy, 78 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
And they'll go on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Rivers now on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route. On 1st and 10, Rivers completing it to the right side. Johnson, 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Rivers now.
Oh my fucking God. Wow.
You
lucky piece of shit.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
Thank you.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Barrett. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now it's McNabb. Tries for Rice, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards on the pickup there, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner, and he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college
Why? Like, this game's so stupid. How can I not just hit stick him while he's breaking that tackle?
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Nope.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
In the middle of breaking another tackle.
They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's McNabb. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up there with me.
Yeah, and that's
somebody.
fun,
You have to make a play up the middle,
Texans are going
man.
to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
That's insane to me. Like, that, you know, like my whole line's a 90 something.
Out of the gun, McNabb. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Second down, McNabb. And, oh, what a catch at the 2. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, you and I talk a lot about the incredible receivers in the NFL. Catches like that, they validate our point.
Each and every time. That's why teams are looking for defensive backs to get bigger and faster to try and combat these guys catching the football.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Donovan McNabb taking it in. And his guys have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves.
Fix that shit, Mark Barron.
They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, it's McNabb. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action. It's McNabb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is.
Oh, what the fuck ever? That is so fucking lame. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I know Brian Dawkins doesn't have that much.
43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd down, Rivers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Trucks through him. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rivers now to throw on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So a tie ball game here as the
half my field.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And
I didn't use the
taken
truck stick.
down, but not the 40-yard line. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw now on the final play. Surveying the field. He sets to fire deep. He's got it.
Oh, my, you lucky fucker.
All the way down to the
wow.
3. So we've hit intermission.
No way
it's
Moss doesn't
halftime.
reach for
This
that.
is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready
wow,
for the fight
lucky
ahead,
fuck.
and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this
Miles
opening
fucking
drive?
Jack.
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Now they go screen.
Like I said, it's not going to go
and
anywhere.
that play went nowhere. Losing yardage.
I don't think
It'll be back at the 36.
36.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The first down throw here for Rivers. Allen has it, left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Makes no
But it appears
sense.
that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, Rivers.
Oh my fucking God!
And he gets this one all the way down
The
inside
second
the
fucking
20-yard
pass
line.
that should have been
And
fucking
the defense
picked
with
that he
backs against
fucking
the
gets
wall a little
picked
bit
and
here as the
caught.
offense is in the red zone.
I'm done with
From the red zone
stupid
now,
ass
Rivers.
game.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And able to get him down, but
no
he does
fucking
reach
reason
the
that should be
5.
happening.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the
Fucking
pocket,
game is
fired over
broke.
the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of
How do you not fumble?
he can stay in there. If
What
he's willing
the
to take
fuck?
the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call a straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage loss.
Oh my fucking God!
Touchdown,
Play
Texans.
fucking defense underneath. What are you all
Johnson
doing?
From 6 yards away. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Fucking Pieces
in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy that's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Welcome back live to Orlando. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth.
So fucking annoying. There's no reason that should have not been picked.
Second down, McNabb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Jerry Rice, 47 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, Henry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I hope he goes for it. Give me the fucking
That's a terrific job by the defense stopping them on third and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle.
Like I said, give me the win if you
that play.
He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The play clock's running down. McNabb to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
To To throw on second, McMahon.
What the fuck, Chris Conley? What are you doing? It's a fucking touchdown, man. What are you fucking doing? You're just standing here watching the fucking ball. Way to fucking go. Thank you, Deion fucking Sanders. No, that's Bob Sanders. I got Sanders everywhere.
Los Angeles. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick...
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I cannot believe Chris Conley just watched the touchdown. Like, he's just like...
To Johnson again. And they go the wrong way. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, you want to talk about a guy that just swarms to the ball defensively? I mean, Javon Kersey kind of wrote the book on it.
He certainly did. It's almost like he has those blocks that sprinters use that he comes out of at the snap of the football, and he just takes off and goes, and that's why he can make those types of plays.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And Gano's kick is right through.
Fucking Chris Conley just staring at a fucking TV right in his face. And he just, I don't know what the fuck that was about.
It's a big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now out comes Houston. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Bob Sanders. Oh. Oh, Bobby.
And in a lot of cases, the great competitors.
Oh, that was game.
Situation, they think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw.
Thank you very much. Game over. You don't think like I know how to play against verticals? It's so stupid. Hurry up and quit.
Watching a real football game.